President Duterte's economic team recently revised the list of the administration's big-ticket infrastructure projects, as some of the items in the old list faced engineering and cost problems. The new build list, which we obtained through a reliable source, now features 100 projects instead of the initial 75. The projects were jointly approved by the powerful National Economic and Development Authority Board's Committee on Infrastructure and the Investment Coordination Committee. Presidential Advisor for Flagship Programs and Projects Vince Dizon presented a new list to the committees. The members of the committees gave comments on the list, and Finance Secretary Carlos Dominguez III then called for a motion for approval, to which the committee swiftly responded in the affirmative. Duterte will now need at least 4.3 trillion pesos to complete all 100 projects. The new list divides projects into 5 categories. The first category is transport and mobility, followed by water. The third one is urban development and renewal, which includes disaster resilience projects. The fourth one is information and communications technology, and the last one is power. The economic team had 3 major considerations for the inclusion of the projects. These are urgency, which addresses a current problem or concern. The second one is the national or regional significance, which relates to the impact or benefits of the project that can be felt by more people in a wider area. And the last one is the game-changing nature of the project, which relates to the significant impacts on the people's lives and on the conduct of business in the country. There are 71 projects aiming to address problems in the transport and mobility. The government will be allocating a whopping 3.9 trillion pesos for these. In this episode, we will be talking about the massive bridges that the Duterte administration will be constructing. Who knows, it could be near you. No more death march to Bataan. A faster way of traveling by land from Cavite all the way to Bataan could be possible in the future. Under the government's Build program, a 32.1-kilometer bridge connecting Cavite and Bataan might see the light of the day. It is called the Bataan-Cavite Interlink Bridge, and it is currently undergoing a feasibility study by the Department of Public Works and Highways. Projected to cost around 187 billion pesos, this mega project has been recently approved by the National Economic Development Authority Board. That means funding is already secured and the project can now proceed. Once the construction officially begins, it will involve the building of viaducts as well as 2 long-span bridges. It will start at Naic, Cavite, and will pass through Corregidor Island and then end in Mariveles, Bataan. The bridge will also have a total of 4 lanes, a toll plaza, turnaround facilities, as well as a special span bridge near Cavite coast. Should the bridge be opened sometime in the future, it will significantly reduce travel time from Cavite to Bataan and vice versa, from the current 5 to 6 hours to maybe around 3 to 4 hours. It will also help decongest North Luzon Expressway, as motorists can now directly travel between Central Luzon and Southern Tagalog. There is no exact timeline yet as to when the construction will begin, since it is still being studied and it was just approved by the National Economic Development Authority. But just imagine how traveling between Southern, Central, and Northern Luzon will be once the bridge is complete. Hopes are now up for the realization of a 4th bridge connecting mainland Cebu and Mactan Island, as the DPWH Region 7 announced the completion of the feasibility study for the 4th Cebu-Mactan Bridge. This 26 billion peso project is a 402-meter linear bridge that is composed of 2 components, the bridge itself and the coastal road called the Mandaue Coastal Road. The feasibility study of the said project was completed November last year, and the NEDA board has already given a green light to it. The 4th bridge is expected to help motorists from northern parts of Cebu get to Mactan Island faster. Currently, those from the north use the Marcelo Fernan Bridge, also known as the 2nd bridge, to get to Mactan Island. The 2 other bridges connecting mainland Cebu to Mactan Island are the Sergio Osmeña Bridge and the Cebu-Cordova Bridge, which is currently being constructed and is due to finish in 2021. The 4th bridge, however, is due to finish by 2024. The long-awaited 23 billion pesos Samal-Davao Bridge will break ground July this year and will commence construction in the middle of 2021. With a length of about 2,830 meters, the bridge would provide a vital link for trade and tourism for the island and the mainland Davao City through reduced transport costs and a faster flow of people, goods, and resources. This very useful bridge is, however, facing opposition. The family that owns the two resorts in Samal Island is giving the project a huge blow despite having been consulted during the feasibility stage. They threatened to file Writ of Kalikasan at the Supreme Court, which would delay if not drop the project if they win. They are raising environmental concerns as basis for their opposition. The two governments of Davao and Samal, however, assure that all concerned sectors, especially those for the environment, were properly consulted and that the DENR gives green light to it. That means to say that the project is putting forth measures that would ensure no corals and other marine species will be compromised. The DPWH-11 is still having negotiations with the family up to this point. The people of Panglao, Bohol, and Tagbilaran City in Leyte will soon have a connector bridge. Thanks to the Duterte administration for approving the Panglao-Tagbilaran City Offshore Connector Bridge, which will cost 5.5 billion pesos. This 2.6-kilometer bridge will connect Tagbilaran City and Dauis town in Panglao Island. The start of construction hasn't been determined yet, but we're sure it couldn't get any sooner. The last two bridges in the President's list are all in the land of promise. The NEDA also approved the construction of Gicam Bridge in Zamboanga, Sibugay, which cost 1.2 billion pesos, and the Tawi-Tawi Interlink Bridges, which will cost roughly 1.9 billion pesos. The Gicam Bridge covers 667.2 meters, connecting Lutima, Zamboanga, Sibugay, and Olonga Port, also features 540.8 meters of road. Meanwhile, the construction of three bridges in Tawi-Tawi, particularly the Malasa to Lupapula Bridge, Tongsinah to Paniongan Bridge, and the Nalil to Sikkiat Bridge, has a total length of 775 linear meters, cost the government some 1.9 billion pesos. Please subscribe and click the bell button to get notified.